Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another very interesting, very touchy topic uh, to discuss today. So I think at this point we're all very well aware of um, gender dysphoria, and kind of how that works of being thinking that you're born in the wrong body and thinking, you know, the basically the trans ideology, non-binary ideology. We're all familiar with that, right? So we've all heard that. I came across a video on YouTube here on YouTube of an interview with a young lady who blinded herself on purpose, stating that she has a condition called body identity dysmorphia or something along those lines, right? Some kind of dysmorphia where she feels like she should have been born blind. She should have been born blind. And I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you guys. I'm not going to just explain it all because you got to see this for yourself in order to believe it. I'm not, obviously making this up. And so what she did was she took drain cleaner, like some kind of Drano or something, and she had her psychiatrist or whoever was supposed to be helping her, whatever doctor was supposed to be helping her get through this disorder or this dysmorphia, helped her blind herself by putting 2 drops of drain cleaner into each of her eyeballs. Guys, this takes dysmorphia to the next level. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and play a clip for you guys of this interview so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
That's right. I wanted to go blind permanently.
Why would a woman who can see
What made you believe you wanted to be blind?
I wanted to be different.
do the unthinkable?
She put liquid drain cleaner into her eyes. How did it feel?
On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a full 10. I couldn't do anything but scream.
A daytime exclusive.
All I could think was, yes, this is gonna work. I'm gonna be blind.
You can't see me right now, but I have a look of complete shock on my face. Let's do it.
So yeah, I mean it's shocking. It's hard to really wrap your mind around how, like, what has to be going on in your cycle, in your mind, in your psyche to tell you that you are supposed to be disabled, like that you should actually blind yourself, like inflict horrible violent. She described the pain in another clip. She described the pain as like a violent pain. And if you know how drain cleaner works, yeah, I mean, it's literally created to eat away at anything solid. So whatever is eroding the drain, it's heats up to these extreme temperatures, and it actually eats and it eats and erodes through anything solid. So you can imagine putting that into something as sensitive as an eye, what that would do and what that would feel like with no anesthesia. Okay. So I wanted to really, I want to bring this up, especially because I talk in some of my other videos, I've talked about gender ideology and how I'm seeing it more and more as I'm seeing this becoming, I'm thinking that this is going to get worse and worse. And I just had this feeling, I had this knowing in myself that this was going to merge into other types of dysphorias, that a person is going to start to see themselves as, I can just be whatever I want to be regardless of the body that I'm manifested in, regardless of the shell on the outside. I'm supposed to be this other thing, so I'm just going to mutilate my body until it becomes as close to that as possible. I mean, we're seeing people who want to identify as wolves or identify as some kind of animal under the guise of a queer identity. Now, I'm not saying that what she has is a queer identity. I don't think that that's what it is. I think she's just has serious mental health issues. And I'm just hoping that she's not at some point going to regret this decision, because obviously she can't go back. And then that's the problem with this stuff. I mean, you're saying that you're born into the wrong body, or you were supposed to be born a different way. And now you're removing parts of your body, or you're blinding yourself, or you're doing things that are completely irate and that make no sense, no kind of sense. They're not healthy choices. And under the guise of saying that I can just be whatever I want to be because of that's how I feel on the inside. And we're supposed to, I mean, are we supposed to applaud this type of behavior? Are we supposed to celebrate this type of behavior? I think it's more destructive than anything else. And I think most people can see that it's more destructive than anything else. And so I have a hard time not seeing the connection between gender dysphoria and wanting to chop off your body parts to become the opposite sex, and wanting to blind yourself so that you can be, I don't know, trans disabled. Maybe that's, I mean, is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, I can't not see the connection between these two disorders. And honestly, guys, I'm a very spiritual person. Like that one thing about me, and I really want to, on my channel, I'm going to start getting more into like spirituality and manifestation and things like that. Because I'm always been a very spiritual person. I've always been like a prophetic dreamer, and just a lot of different crazy spiritual things have happened to me throughout my life, even as a child. So I can't help but to, like, my spirit is really telling me that this is deeper than just disorders. There is an actual spiritual warfare that is happening here. I know that's a term that's normally we only hear from like religious, really religious people and things like that. And I don't consider myself to be religious, but I am spiritual. And I can't help but to recognize that my spirit is telling me that this is a part of some kind of spiritual warfare. The entire, all of these different dysmorphias, disorders, and all of that, it's something much deeper than what we can see on the surface. And I really feel like this spiritual warfare is mainly happening in Western society. It's happening especially here in the States, and especially in Canada. A lot of European nations, especially, there's this huge spiritual warfare going on. It just almost seems like all of this stuff kind of just popped up and exploded just overnight, like maybe over just like the past, like maybe 10 or 15 years. It's just getting more and more like, why are we so focused on in Western culture now? Like, we're so focused on gender and all of these this queer identities and all of these disorders. Like, we're so hell bent on making people accept this stuff as normal, instead of focusing on things that can actually progress us and make us into a better society, make us into a smarter society, focusing on things that can actually build us up, build our economy up. Like, why is this such a big thing that's being pushed so heavily to the point where we have people thinking that they have a disorder where they need to blind themselves because they're trans disabled, or they have a whatever it's called. I mean, it just is what it is. But I just want to know, what do you guys think about this? I personally think that something is deeper is happening here, and it's getting out of control, and it's scary. And so let me know what you guys think about this video. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like my content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to reach 1,000 subscribers very soon. So I'd love to have you as a part of my family here on YouTube. And I will see you guys next time.